Hello guys, you don't have a very cheery face today, I'm afraid. Welcome to another weekly vlog. I'm going to the dentist. Really, I'm not happy about it because I don't mind the dentist. Well, I don't love it. No one loves the dentist, but last time I went, me and Darren both, I think I discussed it in a previous weekly vlog, but for anybody that didn't know or didn't watch or whatever, just long story short, he left both me and Darren with really sore mouths, with blister, like my cuts on my gums that turned into blisters. He removed a really old, very deep filling and refilled it, and it was really painful when he did it, and I told him it was, and he said to me, well, if it becomes intolerable, let me know. You know, making it quite clear that he wanted me to just put up with it. Anyway, me and Darren were left with two very sore mouths. I could have brought, oh God, I never thought I could have brought that shopping in for my mum tonight. It's just occurred to me. And I've got a headache, that's not helping. Isaac's got loads of exams which he's not prepared for, which he thought were next week, which I argued to him was this week. Just discovered it is this week. Jesus, car came around that corner way too fast and went over the white line. So it was 2 months ago that I went to the dentist and had this filling replaced, which I never asked to be replaced, and it wasn't hurting to start with, it was fine, no pain. But he took out two fillings and replaced two fillings, and they're still hurting 2 months later. I have the sensitivity I have on this particular big one is horrendous. It's I don't have tooth sensitivity, I never have done. I can bite ice cream. I can't have anything cold or hot on this tooth now because it just like sends me like jumping skyward. It's proper sore is this tooth. Basically he has gone too deep or he's missed something. I don't know what he's done, but the tooth that he worked on that hurt so much being worked on is now really hurting when previously it didn't hurt. And I have to go back now to get more work done. I think what he's doing is taking old fillings out and putting new ones in to make money off people. We're on the NHS with them, and they made it very clear that they were trying to move to private and they didn't want NHS patients, but we're still on the books. But you can't get an NHS dentist anymore, it's nearly impossible. And I'm just concentrating because there's a slurry thing pulled over to the side, blocking half the road. They've made it clear that they don't really want NHS patients, but we're on the books for now. But I know that people say, well, just leave, go somewhere else. There isn't anywhere else. Nowhere else is taking on new patients. It's the same everywhere. You cannot get an NHS dentist. And we can't afford to pay the private prices. And then he didn't want this done. He did it, and now I'm left with a sore mouth. And now I have to go back. Darren's back tomorrow, but I'm back today. And I've got a phone call tomorrow I'm really dreading. Apparently, we get like child tax credits, which is a thing that you get as a top up if income that comes in the home is not like to bring it up to like normal whatever. Anyway, they randomly every so often just pick someone and phone them and go over everything to do with their finance. What's in your bank account? Have you got any savings? Have you got any pensions? Have you got any bonds, stocks, shares? Have you any other income? All that stuff. Well, I don't have any other income. I don't have bonds, stocks or shares. None of that palaver. But me and Darren save anything we can into a little account for holiday. And like I say, it takes 4 years for us to save enough to go to Florida, and that's with help from my mum. But are they going to like kick off? And there's like, I think there's about £800 in it, that's it. But what are they going to want to know? Or is it going to be a case of, right, well, you shouldn't have that because you shouldn't have any more than X amount? I don't know what's going to happen, but they said the phone call can last an hour or more. I'm hoping it's only that length of time if you have to go through all those other things like pensions and stocks and shares and investments and all that stuff, which I don't have any of. I've basically got a current account and a savings account, and that's it. And they want to know detail of all money that comes into the house from everywhere, which isn't an awful lot, but you know, things like how, you know, details of your tenancy agreement and your rent and your rates and just all these figures, and it's like, I'm dreading it because I just always expect the worst, and it makes me think, right, they're going to say, you've got too much money, we're taking this off you, and that's what I'm dreading, but we'll see. So I'll be really happy to get these next, today, dentist, and tomorrow this phone call past us. Wednesday, Isaac has his first exam, which is his Spanish, which I have left him instructions as to what he needs to look over and learn when I'm out. I'll test him when I get back, but when he's got exams, I have no time to myself to do anything. Like today, Darren was meant to put the Halloween decorations up today, and he brought in a couple of boxes and he threw up one of them, but he didn't take down any stuff that needed taken down and putting away to make room. And I'm sorry, but you know, I don't like having to do it every year, I'll admit, and I said that, and he says I'll do it, but I knew he wouldn't do it right. And people say, well, two people just do it, but you don't just shove certain things places and just shove other things to the side. You take things away and put things out to make it aesthetically nice. And you know, just all the nice things I've got, like little candle holders with like pumpkins and ghosts and all that sort of thing, he'd left them in the box wrapped up, he didn't even take them out. We've got a Halloween tree that we usually put like skull and pumpkin tinsel on and Jack Skellington baubles. He didn't even bring that out of the garage. It's like when you ask another person to do something, they don't do it right, and you end up having to do it yourself. And then there's this joke that men do that on purpose so that they don't ever have to do it again. I don't know if that's true or not, but I call Darren half a job because that's what he always does, half a job. So I got it up today and came down, and then I had to spend like an hour fixing the Halloween stuff. And then I recorded my weekly watches for my channel because I knew I wouldn't get another chance to do it. And the main reason I did video recording today is because this car's going to really have to go faster. I'm going to be late to my dental appointment. I'm doing this 31 days of horror YouTubers, and I'd only done 10, and today's the 9th, so I've only got one more day edited and up to, you know, scheduled. So I recorded the next 10 today, but I'm going to have to somewhere squeeze in editing that. No idea when. Tomorrow I'm busy. Wednesday I'm in at my mum's all afternoon because I don't get to see her on Tuesday. I'm going in instead of Wednesday, and I have to take her out in the disability car. Then I have to collect Isaac late from school after Warhammer. Friday he's got a dodgeball tournament where he's representing Scouts. We have to drive to like quite far out to get to that. So it's just constantly busy right now, and I'm not getting time to do stuff that I need to get done. Can I get around this guy now? Don't like having to go around people, but if you insist on driving at 40 mile an hour on the road, I'm going to go around you. So yeah, I'm a bit stressed. There's the thing, let me ask you this, and by the time I get round to the comments, I'm shocking. I just never get flipping time. I emptied my email inbox maybe last week. Some emails in that had been in that for a year and a half. I kid you not, I hadn't even read them, because there's maybe like 30 emails in there from YouTubers and stuff. Most of it's from YouTubers, some of it's from friends. And the minute you reply to it, you get a reply straight back again, and you're no further forward. There's an email back in your inbox again. So any sense of like accomplishment at emptying your inbox is gone because it's full. The next morning I looked at it, 3/4 of the mails I'd replied to had replied back again. And it's like, what the fuck? Do other people just not do anything? You know, it's like, I don't feel I'm a busy person, but I must be, because I don't have time to sit down and reply to all these emails. But what was I going to say? The emails reminded me of it. I can't remember. Like comments. Oh yeah, teeth, dentist. Right. It's been many years since this has been the case. But when I was growing up and a teenager, you used to go to the dentist, and when you get the injection that numbs your mouth, it always made you feel like you had a fat lip. It always made you feel like your cheek and your lip was and swollen. It wasn't, but it felt to you like it was massive. Now, I don't remember having had that in many, many, many years, so they must have changed the technology or changed the medication or something. But it's been a long time since I've had that. But when I went to this dentist 2 months ago, he gave me it, and it was all swollen again. It felt all like fat lip again. And it's like, is he using old stuff that's not meant to be used to save money because we're NHS patients? I mean, he didn't even give Darren any numbing stuff because he has certain medications he has a reaction to, especially anaesthetics and stuff. He said to Darren, oh, well, we don't want to chance it. It's not too bad a job. We'll just see if we can do it without numbing it. So they did Darren's without numbing it, and he said it bloody hurt. But again, they made it quite clear, I'll give you something if you absolutely have to have it. I've got such a bad headache and I'm going to the dentist. Oh dear God. So the question was, when you've been to the dentist in the past 5 to 10 years, have you had that injection that makes your mouth feel like you've got a fat lip? Or do you just remember that from a long, long time ago? I'd be interested to hear. But yeah, I'll try and put the thing on when I come out to see if he leaves my gums the state he did last time. It's 19 minutes to 5. My appointment's for 5 o'clock. Couldn't be any bloody worse time and have an appointment. Busiest, like, rush hour traffic. So I'll park at my mum's. The reason I got really aggravated at myself is my mum's shopping has come, and I said to Darren, oh, can you take that in the morning when you go to the dentist? And he says, yeah. And then I thought, well, I can bring it in when I'm going to the dentist tonight. And I forgot. So it's uncharacteristically sunny here. Apparently 2023 has been a milder, like warmer year for almost everywhere. So yeah. Right, I'm going to switch this off. The next time you see me will maybe be on the drive back to let you know how it went. Or it could be tomorrow or when I get home if I'm really scunnered and don't want to record. We shall see. I'll check in with you guys later. Oh dear, getting closer guys, getting closer. There's Maureen's chippy. I could go in and get a chippy. I'd rather do that right now. Oh dear me. Let's get crossed. Oh, teenagers with impressive exhausts. I'm sure this is not very interesting guys, but it's not me sitting in the car, is it? It's just something a bit different. Look, it says NHS, new patients welcome up there. Bullshit, I say. I've got prescription toothpaste for severely sensitive teeth, which I don't have. I'll tell you when I get to the car. Honest to God, folks. If ever there was a demon dentist, it's this guy. Hello, I'm back. Haven't looked yet. He's put some white stuff on top of it, but it's like, it's not like white filling. I don't know what the hell he's put on top of it. I've got a tooth right at the back. You can see the black filling. That filling was done when I was maybe a child or a teenager. What happened was my wisdom tooth at the back came up sideways instead of straight, and it cracked the middle of the tooth beside it, and they had to basically, because it cracked the side, the filling I've got there is really, really, really deep. It's a horrible tooth, and I have such a headache and my mouth hurts. I told him about the pain. Now, taking into consideration I didn't have the pain before I went, I only had it after that visit. He said it's not that tooth. He said it's the one beside it. And he squirted the, you know, the compressed air. And he says, no, that's not hurting you in the tooth that I worked on last time. It's the tooth beside it. And I'm thinking, So it's coincidentally the tooth beside the tooth he worked on only started to hurt after he did the work. You can't argue, you're not a dentist. He's gave me prescription toothpaste that you can't buy in the shops that's for tooth sensitivity. So he did work on that tooth again. I've no idea what he's done, but he's worked on it again. He said that it wasn't that tooth, but he drilled a load of that filling out and refilled it, and then he's put this white stuff on top, but it's not a white filling. I'm not allowed to eat for 2 hours. He's worked on that side as well, and it's the tooth that he worked on last time, I'm sure. I've no idea, but get this, guys, no anaesthetic, no freeze. He worked on the tooth that was really hurting. It really hurt. He drilled right into it, and I'm like, jumped. And he's like, is it excruciatingly painful or just sensitive? I says, no, it's painful. Can you bear it for a couple of seconds? I said, as long as it doesn't go on for ages. It was only a few seconds, and then he proceeded to spend a good 10 minutes drilling the bloody tooth. Another thing they don't do is, at the dentist, you always have a person that stands there with the water and the suction. They don't do that at all. Every so often he makes you rinse your mouth out, but you're gagging on spit constantly. He asked the assistant guy, who doesn't speak a word of English, to like drain the saliva twice when I was having the work done. Usually it's constantly in there, and I could feel bits of filling sliding to the back of my throat, and I'm having to swallow, and he's saying open your mouth wider, and he's pulling my chin like down. Don't laugh, it's not funny. And at one stage he had my head sideways on the chair like this, and he had his hand clamped. I don't know what he was doing, but whatever it was he was doing, this eyeball, my eyes were shut, I thought, he's going to push my fucking eyeball out. He was pushing so hard on the side of my eyeball that he was actually pushing my eyeball. Then my lip got caught between my teeth and his hand. All in all, it was a really horrible experience, like I knew it would be, but I didn't. Do you think you could bear it for 2 seconds, or do you want me to give you some anaesthetic? I'm like, what? So the good news is he's leaving in December, and he's going to work in a nearby, like the ballot. They've got like 2 branches. He's going to work at the other branch, and we're getting a new one. Now I have no idea what the new one's going to be like, but Jesus Christ, that one was bad. But no anaesthetic at all. I've never experienced that from any other dentist, so it was sore. If there was nothing wrong with that tooth, what the hell was he doing on it today is what I want to know. So I'm not allowed to eat for 2 hours. I really need some painkillers because my head and now my teeth. But he's claiming it's not that tooth that's hurting. And when he like squirted the air, he said it was the one beside. But then why did it only start to hurt after he'd done that work last time? I don't understand. Darren's got the joy tomorrow morning of going, so we shall see. So that's that, folks. I wonder what type of toothpaste this is. See if it's Sensodyne. He said you can't get it in the shops, you have to get it on prescription. Riveting stuff, guys, eh? Durafat 5000 ppm fluoride toothpaste. Right, we'll have a go at that. Let's see if that makes any difference. Yeah. So, dentist is done. Tick one of the 2 horrible things off the list. Next is just getting that phone interview done tomorrow. So, yeah. Thank you for coming along with me, guys, and keeping me company to the dentist. I shall speak to you probably tomorrow. probably show you some of the Halloween decorations tonight. They're not amazing. I'd like to buy some more bits, but I'll show you what we've done anyway. So I'm back. Forgot I was meant to be showing you the Halloween stuff. I should turn you around the other way, shouldn't I? Let me turn you around the other way. Right, so I've just got some, and you've got my shadow. These actually light up. These are ghosts. Let's see if there's a battery in. Kind of, you can see them there. And these are just Happy Halloween. Sorry about all these shadows, guys. Spider, some skeletons, some little bits and bobs down here, pumpkin spice. I've got some skeletons hanging here. It's very hard to see, guys, sorry. These light up as well. Some little, these were actually in the car, so I'll probably put them back in the car. They're like, you know, the little ticker things. These all have candles in, little spooky web there. That's something for Halloween coming. Look, there's Darren.
Yeah.
He's going to talk to me about tea.
Baked potato with barbecue beans and ham and
No, I don't want potato. I told him I'd get myself something. Right, you can't. Oh, there's no chance you're going to see. Right, there's lights here. These are like orange lights. What you can't see is there's a big spider there. And there's, Jesus, why is the light so bad? And there's like some, I'll have to let you see that tomorrow. And this window has got the same lights. Oh, where's the same lights? There's a bat up there. This is actually glittery orange on that side. A couple of skeletons and some skulls down there. Oh, that's that. And then I've just put a few little bits. There's the doggies. Sugar skull there. I think we got this from Kelly last year. Zeros there. I've got a little skull there. There was one there, but it keeps falling off. I've put some little bunting over my guitars, and there's some, we didn't put the Halloween tree up this year, so there's like skull and pumpkin tinsel. These little lights work, these light up, there's skulls, and these are spiders. So that's all. Not going to any more fuss this year. That's it. And doggies, come on back in. Obviously we will get pumpkins for outside, so no big fuss this year. I've got some more snow globes to put here actually. Skull snow globes. We've got a couple of little things up there. So that is it. Darren's coming in again. So I'll switch you off. So also, I got into this after my horrible dental appointment. Now, if you watched my Florida vlogs, you may remember this from the Japanese store. I really wanted this, but it's quite weighty. And this has like practice sheets for you to do your Japanese characters, your hiragana and katakana. I did learn the hiragana alphabet and I know it, and I've probably forgotten everything I know. But it's also, there's another alphabet called the katakana, which I didn't start. And I didn't get it because it was, I thought it's too expensive and it's heavy. I only got home tonight to this, and they're like, did you order it? Or did you forget you ordered it? And I'm like, no, I didn't order it. And they thought I'd forgotten. But there's a note inside. A little Amazon note. It says, gift from Jamie Powell. Alan, honestly, if you're watching, this guy is just too generous. But I've got a plan in the works. Hello, saw you wanted this in your Disney holiday. Found it, so thought I would send it to you. Hope you have fun with it. Thanks for being a truly great friend. All the best to Isaac and Darren. Stay safe, play safe. From Jamie Powell. This guy is way too generous to a fault. He's actually sending me a DVD of The Hunt with Mads Mikkelsen because I really want to see it and I've never seen it and I haven't got a copy of it, and he's sending me one, which he's got no need to, but he said he wanted to. It's so kind of him. And he sent this, and it's like, really? And Jamie's one of these people, you never know what he's got, what he wants, because, you know, he buys a lot of stuff he wants himself. So to try and return the favour is like impossible. But I've got an idea for something to send back to him for Halloween. So fingers crossed. But how nice is that? That's just proper cheered up my evening. I'll do a video for my main channel, obviously, but I'm going to wait until I get the DVD he's sending over and then do it all at once. Some people are just too kind. So yeah, that's the few bits. I know I haven't done much for Halloween this year decorating. There's just a few bits and bobs out, but I've some more snow globes to bring down, and I've got a few bits like my art Terrifier mask I can bring in and stuff like that. But Isaac's took over the kitchen on his Oculus right now, jumping about, so I'll stay out of that general area. So yeah, lovely, really, really nice. Really chuffed with that. So I'll be able to get back after Isaac's exams, because the time it's taken us tonight. Oh, my fucking arm. We were, look at the messy dog bed over there. We were learning about the Reformation and the plantation in Ireland. Couldn't be any more boring. That's what we learnt at school, and that's why I didn't like history, because we never learnt anything interesting. So yeah, awesome. Nice surprise. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. I had to video because how cute is that? Yes, I knew that would happen the minute I spoke. Doggies. It's Wednesday, we're doing Isaac's revision for his maths. Hello! It is Wednesday. It's a different day. I'm going into look at the dirt. What is that? See, when I come in here, what? There's somebody's been eating chocolate in this car. Honestly. Disinfectant wipes. Yes, it's Wednesday. Oh, sorry, I get distracted because I've just noticed chocolate crumbs, and it wasn't me. That's been Darren snaffling chocolate in the car. So, Wednesday, I'm going into my mum's today because I had that phone call I told you about yesterday. Right guys, I've bent your ear again as usual, so I'm almost at my mum's. You see I've got my spiderweb dress on today. We're feeling Halloween today. What day is it? I think it's about the 11th of October. My dad's up. My dad's been getting up out of bed a lot earlier recently. It's only been a couple of days I've gone in that he's been in bed, and he's got up while I've been there. So, let's hope my mum's not as bad as she was on Friday night. We shall see. I shall catch up with you guys later. Probably not today, because there'll be, unless there's something to tell you. Listen to that. That's me parking beside a bush with little thorns on it. I bet I've scraped all the paintwork of the car. Right guys, I shall catch up with you. Like, Josephine's coming. I'll let you see Josephine the cat. Oh God, I hear you. Where are you? Hello. Hello, Josephine. Oh, what are you doing? Right, come on then. We're going to get some treats. Let's go. Sorry if you can hear my thing jingling. Right, Josephine's abandoned me. She'll come in a minute. You'll see her run past my feet. There we go. Well, we're going to have some treats, Josephine, hey? What do we see? Try some of these. Why is this so bright? Something, oh, there we go. Right. Hello guys. At the school waiting for Isaac. I was going to say, Yeah, my mum didn't want to go out today. She's worse than usual. She's still got that. She's talking now like you can't understand a word she says at all. She's got no dexterity of any movement on either side. She's got another infection, so I have to get them to do a sample tomorrow to the doctors because they close half day on a Wednesday. She's basically just constantly having accidents, you know, weighing herself because she's got the infection, but they won't give her a catheter because they say we don't like to give catheters because it can give infections, but she's got constant infections as it is, and the 10 times a day that she's up and down to the toilet could be cut out if she had a catheter, but I don't know. She's falling asleep constantly in the chair, her head's lolling forward. She couldn't go out because she can't trust that she's not going to need the toilet. She's like saying stuff that make no sense. It's just difficult. Just seems to be a never-ending cycle. It's feeling like you've lost who your mum is to an illness, and it's just now all about the illness rather than the person. That's a horrible thing to say, but the illness is just all encompassing. It's the only thing she talks about. It's the only thing well, she doesn't even really talk. She'll just try and tell me, like, I walked in, I sat down, she just looked up and looked at me, she didn't even say hello. And the first thing I says, I think the word you're looking for is hello. And she didn't think that was funny. And the first thing she says is, I've wet myself 4 times. And it's like, there's no conversation about anything apart from tablets, symptoms, weeing, constipation. It's the only thing she talks about. Yeah, so she's feeling a bit stressed this week, guys, so we'll get Isaac. Now I can just see him coming out, and I'm treating myself to a Chinese on the way home because why the hell not? So we're gonna have Chinese for tea, and then we'll have to get cracked into Isaac's history revision for his exam. It's really difficult. It's all about the plantation, the Reformation, the Counter-Reformation. It's hard, and you know, like the order of kings, and not just who the king was, but from when and to and stuff like that. And it's like Henry VIII, Mary Tudor, and it's like, oh, I'm just so fucking bored. Yeah, right, I'll stop talking. I'll video Isaac getting in, so you can look at something besides my face whinging. Oh, I got a parcel today and I know who it's from. Darren's texted me. Jamie Powell has sent me a parcel. He was sending me The Hunt with Mads Mikkelsen that I really want to see, and he says, I don't know why he's sending me it, but he's just too kind. He's one of those people. He's sent something for Isaac and something for Darren too, which is no need to, but he has. So Isaac getting in now. Does Callum need a lift, Isaac?
What?
Does Callum need a lift?
Yeah, he's waiting for his mum.
Oh, so he doesn't need I can give him a lift if he wants, but is his mum... Well, if his mum's picking him up, if his mum's on it, you can go and ask her. Oh, hang on, no, it's alright, Isaac, because we're getting Chinese.
Oh, yes.
I'll tell her for future reference. So we're going to give Callum a lift there, but then I remembered we're going to the Chinese.
Oh yeah, we played my Spanish exam today. It was really easy.
You done alright?
Yeah.
Good.
We were doing the spelling and writing part, and I was expecting to get an awful score because I struggled in one of the parts, but I got 30 out of 30 on that bit.
Oh, so they give you the mark as well?
Yeah.
Alright,
but
okay.
we haven't been marked on the... No, sorry, we did the listening. We were marked on that. We haven't been marked on a spelling though.
Okay.
For spelling, we had to write down how to... I can't speak. What the Spanish were of a couple subjects, the Spanish of a couple times, and yeah. In the listening that we did already, in listening we got asked to write down times from Spanish to English. We got to... The teacher said a couple classes on a day before it, and we had to say what class was in what day at what time.
Did you find it easy?
Yeah. There's one page I struggled with, but I got it right. So
No, tell Callum, Isaac, that when I'm collecting you, I can take him too.
Okay.
I'll text his mum. There's no point both of us running in. I could have took him now, but if his mum's already on the way.
She is. He said she'll be here in about at maximum 5 minutes.
Right, well I'll switch you off, guys. We're going to get Chinese. I'll speak to you later. Have you seen these guys? £2 for a little bar of chocolate. £2.
Yeah, but it tastes
Honestly,
amazing.
you haven't tasted it before.
Apparently it tastes amazing.
Right, well, that remains to be seen. Here you go. I'll put it in the bag for you. Isaac said at the counter, I used to love this bubble gum when I was a kid, he says. When I was a kid. Oh. Yes, this is all looking bright and professional, isn't it? Well, not professional, but I'm looking a bit brighter. I was a bit quieter, so I've just been doing a review for Geek Legion of Doom for a documentary that he gave me to watch called The Rev, which is honestly, the stuff this guy did is just, oh, I'm not even going to talk about it because it's for Leo's channel. But I just thought I'd say hello while this was on. It is Thursday. Isaac had a Spanish exam yesterday and he feels he did quite well. But tomorrow he has history and biology, and they're both really the stuff they need to know, including years of reigns of loads of kings, and it's really difficult. So they've got the Reformation, the Counter-Reformation, the first plantation in Ulster, the first plantation in Ireland. So you've got like Henry VIII, Edward VI, Mary Tudor, Elizabeth I, and I think there's even on top of that, the Williamite Wars between King James and Dutch King William II, the Battle of the Boyne, the Siege of Derry, and that's just history. And on top of all that, he needs to know all of the background and dates of loads of stuff. And it's like, yeah, I can give you the 1534, Henry VIII's Reformation, Church of England in England, 36, Church of Ireland in Ireland. I can give you 1690, Battle of the Boyne. I mean, Ulster, that is a thing. It's Elizabeth I makes the first plantation in Ulster in 1690. No, she doesn't. 1609. See what I mean? It's like, and there's loads of other dates he needs to remember. For Monday, he's got 3 exams. He has got geography, English and physics. The physics and geography are the 2 main problems there. For geography, he needs to know every country in Europe, which sounds easy, but when you get into that section just to the left of Russia at the bottom, where you've got like Serbia and Montenegro and Bosnia and Herzegovina, he has to know all those, their capitals, be able to spell all of them, all of the rivers, all of the seas, and all of the mountain ranges. I'm glad I'm not doing that exam, but I know more than he does at the minute, and he's got 2 of these exams tomorrow, so that's what I shall be doing this evening, folks. Nothing else. He's got his what's that called, dodgeball tournament tomorrow night for scouts. He's going to a different scout community centre to do that, and I don't think there's any real plans for the weekend. They have released the certificate for Five Nights at Freddy's finally, which has been certificated 15 here, which is ridiculous. America have given it PG-13, which makes more sense. But most of the players, and it says this all over the internet, and I can attest to this, most of the players of the game, Five Nights at Freddy's, are between 10 and 14. None of them can see the movie in the cinema in the UK. In the US is as it should be. If the parent is happy to bring that child to see the movie, the child can go see it. To me, it's not for the British Board of Film Classification to tell me that I cannot take my child to see Five Nights at Freddy's, but that's how it is. We're not allowed to, it's illegal. If the cinema allows an underage child in to see something, they can be fined massively. They're breaking the law. They can't, like, from working in Blockbuster myself, you can't rent a movie to someone under the age on that movie unless their parents with them and they must rent it. You can't even rent a game to someone. Like, if a 13-year-old came up to me in Blockbuster with Grand Theft Auto, unless their parent came and rent that, I couldn't give them it. So it's crap. So I'm gonna have to subscribe to Peacock and pay for it to stream it for him and his mate, because the plan was trick-or-treating on Halloween night, and then we're gonna watch Five Nights at Freddy's. So I'll stream it for them. Hopefully there's no issue with me getting it, because I think Peacock you can get through Now TV. It doesn't matter. So it's disappointing. Anything else to tell you? My tooth's less sore. That's a positive point. I had an awesome parcel from Jamie Powell yesterday. I put it up on the main channel. I have to do that editing now. That's what I'm gonna go do. Edit the review for Leo, edit that from yesterday. He sent me The Hunt, that Mads Mikkelsen is in, a movie that I've always wanted to see, which is fantastic. I didn't know the subject matter. I knew nothing about it, but these days I avoid everything, and when I go in to watch a movie, I don't know very much. Fabulous. That guy's acting is just stellar. He sent Darren a Scooby-Doo t-shirt, and he sent Isaac a Stranger Things, you know the thing he bought on holiday, which was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and Dustin from Stranger Things. Well, he sent the one that's got 11 from Stranger Things and a different turtle. So it's like, how kind is that? And he sent me the book that I saw in the Mitsukoshi in the shop in the Japanese pavilion in Epcot, that Japanese pad with all the hiragana and katakana alphabet characters that I really wanted, but I didn't get it because it was weighty, and I thought it's a bit expensive and it's too weighty to buy. Now that I've looked it up on Amazon, it was more than twice the price it is on Amazon in that shop, because I thought, oh my good God, he hasn't spent that much, and he still spent too much, but it's double the price in Epcot. But yeah, he sent that. So I mean, what's happening is they're not here. I really wanted to send him something back. I'm a skint. So what we've done is you probably don't know, Darren has previously customized. There's one there. Hang on. Yep. Friday the 13th masks. Now that has been aged and varnished. When it comes originally, is that... No, that's right. When they come like new, that's what they look like. So what Darren does is he takes all that yellowy crap off, and he like sort of ochred it and stuff, varnished it so it looks weathered. So what he's done is he's got 4 of these masks, and he's made the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles out of them, but trying to sort of age them a little bit so they don't look like cartoony. So he's been working on that, and we're going to send those to him, and I hope he really likes it. So because it'll be something that's like hand painted that no one else has, that's just for him. So fingers crossed. He's massively a big fan of the Turtles. He collects movies, but he's one of those people where he probably has most thing he wants, or if he doesn't have it, it's probably out of my price range. So I thought, I need to do something, but what can I do? So Darren is kindly doing that for him. So yeah, nothing I can think of other than that to tell you. I just thought I'd catch you up while I wasn't in the car and there wasn't loads of noise and I was sat in front of this camera thing. I'm on another stream on Saturday night on the same guy's channel. Did you see that, Mike? But I'm on a bit later. I'll be on from 10 till 11 on Saturday night. So that'll be awesome. I'm on with some really nice people.
I like the background though, that's cool.
I've got to say, I love your backgrounds, by the way, mate. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, does that sound
So cool, yeah.
Sounds like
Wish I dared to do such things. God knows what you'd get if I attempted something like that.
Nah.
Picture Henry Cavill's bum or something. So it's cool. I really want to do my own stream on my own channel, but I'm so scared of fucking the whole thing up. I'm terrified of it going wrong. I've never done it before. There's people I really want to get on. People that maybe don't currently do streams a lot. I would love to get them on a stream, but we shall see. I'll maybe be brave enough one day. So that's it for today, folks. I will catch up with you maybe tomorrow. I'll let you know tomorrow how Isaac got on in his exams. Well, not how he got on because he won't have the result, but how he felt they went and what happens with the dodgeball tournament tomorrow night. I will catch up with you again then, folks. Speak to you tomorrow. Hello. Oh, that was well timed, wasn't it? The radio just picks up signal at the exact point I say hello. It is Sunday. This plane's just been across across there. Look at the trail line. We're on our way into my mum's with some revision in the bag for Isaac to do. He's got geography, physics and English tests tomorrow. I think the English and physics will be fine. The geography is not as bad as we thought because Isaac said he needed to learn all the European countries and their capitals, and it wasn't too bad apart from the area of like Bulgaria, Romania, like everything that was like below Hungary was like, oh Jesus. We even like got the ones around Russia, like Belarus and Ukraine and all that, were easy enough. But that little bottom bit that's got like Bosnia and Herzegovina, is it?
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
We were struggling, like because we kept mixing up Slovakia and Slovenia. But turns out he only has to know the EU countries and their capitals. I read what the teacher had written on Google. Well, it's called Teams, but it's like Google Classroom. This person, what are they doing?
I've seen that car before. It's just a fucking asshole.
Indicating before a turn in, ignoring the turn in, driving past, and they must have been driving at like 5 miles an hour
In the 60s.
in a 60 road. So, EU countries, let's try a little test. What's the name of the main river in Germany?
Rhine.
Good, Rhine. What's the name of the two big rivers in France?
Loire and Seine.
Well done. What one's the furthest to the left?
Oh, Loire.
Yeah. What's the name of the big one that flows through the Central Europe?
Danube.
Right, I think they're the main ones because the Thames
That's
obviously
always
is easy. Do you know the name of the one in Ireland?
Shannon.
Yeah. So we had to learn certain rivers. We had to learn mountain ranges. Do you remember where the Alps is? What country is the Alps in?
Germany.
No.
I know where it is, I just can't, like, get out of my head. If I had a map in front of me, I could point out where it was.
Well, it's like just below Germany. It's Austria. Or is it France? Is there what? No, France is the massive one. Massive central. The Alps is Austria. That's like the Sound of Music type stuff. And then there's the Carpathians. Where is the Apennines?
It's on the map.
It is on the map. Do you remember what country it's in?
I could only do that with a map in front of me.
Well, is it? They might not show you a map. They might just ask you what's.
Is it?
The Apennines is in Italy. The Pennines is in England.
He's from the Pennines.
He's not going to be asked where the Pennines are, but it's like Apennines is like, I'd never heard of the Apennines. So we need to look over mountains again.
This is flip sideways. The sun keeps getting me.
Isaac, there's no sun there now. Yeah, I'm just calling at the tower centre before. We've left a bit earlier than usual. A few bits to pick up before we go to my mum's. I'm still, you know when you know you have to do something or remember something or bring something and you're in the midst of going to do it and something distracts you and
Hair clippers.
it wasn't that, but I could do it another day. My dad needs his hair cut. Darren usually does it. I forgot that, but that wasn't it because I'd completely forgotten about that. There was something else and I've forgotten it, and it will pop into my brain when it's not needed.
Trousers.
Well, I'm wearing trousers.
You have to check that.
So, yeah, this week has just been much of nothing. Was it this week we went to the dentist? It was, wasn't it? I went on Monday, you went on Tuesday. That was this week. And is your mouth sore now, or is it better than it was? Yeah, well, my sensitivity has all but gone. I think it's certainly not like it was, but the tooth that was the issue, he said it wasn't that one, it was the one beside it, but I don't believe him because the work that he did was on the tooth that he'd worked on last time. He a bit had cracked off the back of it where the filling was, and he built up around it, and now it doesn't hurt anywhere near as much. As a matter of fact, I can swish stuff around my, cold round there, and it's not.
White ice cream now.
Well, I never. Can you imagine trying to bite ice cream back there? You bite it with your front teeth.
You don't. I buy ice cream at the back.
Well, no, you chew it back there. You don't bite it, or you'd be putting the ice cream cone right to the back of your mouth, wouldn't you?
I bite ice cream off like when it's going to comb with my lips.
Yeah, so I'm still waiting on a letter from, can't remember what they're called, that unit, to have to send all my bank statements and all that palaver off. So honestly, I still can't believe that time, and it's ridiculous. But nothing much else to tell you. Next week is Isaac's last week at school before half term.
Is it?
Yep, then he's off for a week for Halloween.
Yes.
I'm sure I told you that Five Nights at Freddy has been certified at 15.
Which is depressing.
And hopefully I'll be able to stream it. I'm going to have to double check with Daniel's mum that he's, you know, because it might be a bit scary. So yeah, we shall see. I shall speak to you guys next week. Nothing planned for next week at all. I think Molly's in for her groom next week, isn't she? Hang on, it nearly came to me. What was it? I remembered what it was now. Your brace appointment is on the 19th. Is that not this week coming up? What date are we on now today? Right, your brace appointment's on Thursday.
What?
To get your brace tightened again. So
I thought it was off.
I told you the brace wouldn't be coming off till like at least next summer. I'm sure that when you got that put on they said 18 months. Well, that takes it to next Christmas. Almost. You've only had it on since, is it May or June? So you've only had it on July, August, September. It's not even 4 months on yet.
Bruh.
So I need to, just let's hope nobody decides that you're doing a CM on Thursday. But it's the last class, whatever your last class on Thursday is, that's the only one you're going to miss, and you're not even going to miss all of it. You're only going to miss the last quarter of it. So that was the thing. I was going to go into a skull bag and fill out one of them notes, but I don't obviously need to do it right now, but that's what it was. Right, now that I've remembered, I can content myself. I shall catch up with you guys next week.